Hello, hello. I'm going to show you how to make a 3D letter, and then also, and these are bubble letters, a bubble letter that has a drop shadow. Using the similar technique to the technique that we used for creating our tag. So to do this, you're going to need 2 bits of crayon. Ideally, they should be about the same width. One thing that I noticed that students are doing that I don't want you to do is using the end of the crayon. So if you're making a really kind of a skinny line, I don't want that. I want your line to be on its side so that you have a nice wide line. You're going to begin, to start with, I'm going to show you how to create the drop shadow, and we're just going to go ahead and make the letter A. So I'm going to use the lighter color, orange, and I'm just going to draw the letter A. I don't want to make it too complicated because I want to be able to recreate it as close to what I just drew as possible, so don't make it too complicated. And now here's the trick. I'm going to draw the exact same bubble letter A, but I want to draw it up and to the right. You can do it in different directions, but let's practice just up and to the right to begin with. So I want to draw, like I said, the exact same thing. I want to try to make it the same size and everything. Up and to the right. That's exactly how a drop shadow is created. So the red letter A is the one that is in the forefront. It's the one that's close to us. I'm going to trace around the outside of that. And now this next step is kind of important. I'm going to draw the drop shadow for this letter, this bubble letter that I've just drawn. I don't want to draw any of the orange parts that go behind the red. So I'm just going to look at where do I see orange that red is not touching. Now, what's tricky is doing this without the crayons. You want to essentially, and I'll show you in just a moment, so there's a little bit right there. Now I've created the drop shadow for this letter. If I wanted to, I could go in and kind of shade it. With pencil, you can just draw right over the crayon. Please don't use an ink pen over the crayon. I can shade that in, and I'm going to basically create the drop shadow for that letter A. Now what's tricky is if you're going to draw a bubble letter A and now create the drop shadow, you have to kind of use your imagination. So again, I'm going to imagine that the drop shadow is going to fall here below. And what I want to try to do is draw the same thing that I just saw. So I'm going to draw the top part of the A there. I'm going to extend this down. I have to imagine, like, what does this letter end up looking like? So I'm going to imagine that that line's coming down, extends. If I'm doing it correctly, this corner and this corner should be the same distance apart. This corner, actually this corner, oh, no, I'm correct. This corner and this corner should be the same distance apart because I'm getting ready to draw this part of the A. And this is kind of what our drop shadow ends up looking like. These distances should all be about the same. So that's how to draw a drop shadow for a bubble letter A. I'm going to create another video now where I show you how to use kind of a similar technique to create a 3D letter. Thanks for watching.